Hi, I'm Richard, and in today's tutorial we'll work on the corner pieces of our space station. So let's get started. Hi, and thanks for tuning in. Now today we're going to create this corner piece here. We've created our straight tunnel and now we're going to create this corner piece. I'm not going to texture it or import it into Unity in this video because I think it's going to take enough time to do this corner piece. It's not so difficult. We're actually going to do a little bit of cheating. We don't have to do a lot of this unwrapping on these pieces again. We're going to basically reuse the tunnel. I'll show you that in a second. But it does take a bit of time to get this bit right. So I thought rather than try and squeeze in the Unity texturing, the texturing in Substance Painter and the import to Unity, which is actually quite easy. But let's just get this bit done here, and then we'll work on Unity in a separate the Substance Painter and Unity in a separate video. So let's crack on. Let's open up our original tunnel blend file. Here it is. Okay, what I'm going to actually do, I'm actually going to get rid of the or hide the UV image editor for now. So all we're going to do is create a corner piece, and there's no need for us to go crazy here and sort of recreate the corner because we've got a pretty good template here. And what we really don't want to do is is tinker with these edges and size and try and recreate all of that exactly the same. So what I'm actually going to do, well, the first thing I did, I noticed last time I didn't actually rename it, did I? So let's just call that tunnel straight. Okay, I like to use underscores. I know you don't need to use underscores anymore, but I guess I'm a little bit old school. And what we'll do then is we'll just press Shift D and then Y and just drag it along. And if we look on the bottom left, we can see it looks to me like it should be 8. Don't panic because I'm going to create some separator pieces, and we're going to do that in another video. So it doesn't matter if you haven't got this quite right. Perhaps your scaling's out slightly, but for me, I can see that 8 is exactly right. So I'm going to type the letter 8, number 8, the letter 8, and then press Enter. Okay, so now we've got our corner piece ready to go, but it doesn't look much like a corner. But let's rename it Tunnel Corner. And what I will do, so let's just move that to a separate layer. We'll move that to layer 2, and we will click in this one. And what I actually might do is actually apply it. So let's click on the apply option here. One thing that really bugs me is as you can see, I've got the normals on the inside, so the shading's a bit weird. But there we go. We'll try and live with this. And although I've applied that, I do actually still want to keep, I'm still going to be doing a bit of work on it, so I want to keep the top and the bottom the same. So I'll just go to the front view, Control Tab 1, I think I might be in orthographic, there we go. So we'll just Control Tab 1, A, Z, and just grab these lot. As usual, press X to delete vertices. Okay, so we've just got the top ones, add Mirror Modifier, and just on the Z and click the X. It would be nice, I don't know if this is possible, if I can just say I'd like to apply this but only on one axis or something like that. I don't know quite how you do that, but there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a corner piece. What we'll do is we'll take this right hand side, let's bring up the solid view again, and we'll flip that around 90 degrees. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to click on this centerpiece here, alt right click there, and I'm going to press Y. Y separates the two pieces, and you can see if I just grab that, no, it's not Y, is it? Control Z. I thought it was Y. Let's try V. It's V, excuse me, it is V. There we go. So V is the, I don't remember, what is Y, duplicate them. Anyway, so there we go. So V actually separates the two meshes, and just right click there. I think I need to have clipping enabled, as you can probably tell. And now if I just grab it on the Y, you can see that we've got two separate pieces there. And what I will then do is I just press Shift Control Tab 1, and I'm just going to click on this sort of what do you call it, the middle piece on the right hand side from a top view. Okay, the very center piece, or I know it's the bottom piece because we're in the mirror, but you get where I'm pointing at. And I'm going to go down to here, and I'm going to say the pivot point, click on the pivot point here and do 3D cursor, and then just press Shift S, cursor to selected. Okay, and that puts the pivot point now at that point there. So if we just hover over here and just press L, that will select everything from that separated mesh. We just go to top view and then type R and just pull it along. It looks like that's moving in steps. I'm just going to unclick the magnet tool. I was doing that earlier on, so I'll just unclick that. So if I just do R, I can do this. Here we go. You see that's moving along nicely, and I'll just type 90, and we've got ourselves a corner. There it is. Okay, we've separated these two meshes and they're a beautiful, beautiful corner. So what I need to do now is just start to work on getting these pieces also joined up in a nice way. And the first piece to do, nice and easy. No, hang on, before we do that, excuse me, you'll notice that there's some overlapping here. It didn't do a perfect overlap because of these little bits that point out, but it's fine because what we can do is just click and then shift right click there and do Alt M to merge, and it's at center. And then we'll just go down one more and do Shift R like so, and I think that's all we need to do. I'll just press A to select everything, go to Tools and click Remove Doubles, and that should remove a couple of those doubles there. Nice, that's a bit better. There we go, all good. So now what we can do is get this triangle here. That's absolutely fine, we can have some triangles, I don't mind. Press F there, and what we've got to do now is really got to just start joining these up in a meaningful way, in a nice clean way. So I'll start off by putting the magnet tool back on. I call it the magnet tool. It's a snapping tool, isn't it? Yeah, I call it the magnet because that's a little magnet, isn't it? And I'll click on the next to it, and I'm going to do vertex. All right. So this is going to be a case of just sort of joining these pieces up bit by bit. So we will click on this one here and press E. X for me, might be Y, just double check, click there. And this is going to be an N-gon, but I don't mind. So I'll just select those top pieces there. Press F. You see, because we've mirrored on the Z-axis, we don't have to do this twice. This is all looking good so far. So I'm going to do all of these three pieces here, 4 pieces, excuse me. EX, and again just pull that across there. I like to just separate them out. I don't like, and then just do the face. There's probably a better way of doing this, but I like to do it like that, just to be cautious as I go. And again, before we go any further, let's do this side. So we'll go over here and start bringing this piece out. So that's EY, and we'll bring that out to there, I think. Yes, the first bit, and then again, just join that up. What have I just done? Sometimes, if you're not careful, you select a vertex you weren't expecting. There we go, press F. And now just select these ones. I think those ones, and then EY, pull it to there. You see, I'm just being a bit cautious here, just to make sure I don't do anything weird. Press F there, and you see now I can just kind of just do that F. That, make that an F, that one there, F. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, isn't it? And then this one, F. Actually, this isn't too difficult. Maybe I will do the. Yeah, that's okay. Good, good, good. Right, so we'll bring this one out. E, X, pull that to there. E, Y, pull that to there, and we'll just join those faces up now. F there. Just being super cautious. Yeah, if you can always probably what I should do as well is just do a quick save. Let's just do F there. Control S. Save. Save regularly. Potentially save multiple versions. Here we go. Now I should be able to do that one, that one, that one, and that one, and press F. Okay, we're looking okay here. So now that I'm pretty comfortable with that, I'm just going to grab a whole load of edges. If I can get an angle where I can see the blessed thing. There, and I'll press E, Y here, pull that across. You get the idea. F, and I'll do the same thing here. Actually, I'll click one. If I do Control click, it'll select all of them. And E, X across there. The mirror snapping tool is a very useful tool. We're getting very close here, aren't we? And I think I might just do something like this. So I'll click on these ones here. As you see. Select those ones and those ones, and I'll press W. Bridge edge loops. How are you doing for me? You're doing just great. Is how you're doing. And the only face that's left then is that one. And I think we've done it. Let's just tab out. That looks fine to me. Should I have gone one further back on the? I don't think so. That looks fine. How does that look on the floor in there? Yeah, we'll get away with that. Will we? Yeah, we'll get away with that. I'm happy with that. That's a good looking corner piece. Okay, so just tab out. Looking good. That's looking good. Right, so now we've got to unwrap this blessed thing. These two pieces here, I think, should be unwrapped already. So let's just bring this across. What we'll do is we'll do this chunk by chunk and just hide stuff as we go. So let's do something along the lines of creating a seam here. I'm happy. Yes, I think we're going to have to do that, and across there. That's done it. It's kind of done it for me, which is nice. So let's just, I don't want one there though. Just across those two bits there. That's it now. And across the middle, right? I think that's got all the way to the middle. I can't quite tell. So we'll do Control E, mark seam. Right, let's start with you. Press L. No, normal. Material. Okay, so we haven't quite split this off properly. What have I missed? Let's just do A, make sure we remove doubles. There's none of those there. I can't see why this is. Let's just do that again. L. Oh, there we go. So that has done it right. Okay, good. Okay, so let's just unwrap that. You unwrap, and N, and we'll go to look at the stretch. It looks terrible. We kind of knew that would be the case. I'm going to say what I'll do is I'll just put something there, and let's Control E, mark seam, and here. Let me know if this bit bores you, people. Unwrapping isn't the most interesting of bits, is it? So now let's do it again. L, E, not E, E. Oh, that's looking better. That's looking much better, isn't it? It's done a good job. I'm going to stick with that. Okay, and then we will hide it. Okay, so now I think if I just press L here, and then yeah, you can see I've already done these pieces. L there. These are already done. So we're in really good shape. Now the only one problem we're going to have is scale, because these pieces have been scaled up to the same size as that tunnel, and it's going to be a different scale because we've got, if I just A, it's actually interesting. Oh yeah, so Alt H as well. It's brought that bit in there, so we're going to have to live a little. Sorry about that. So let's just not unwrap this. Let's just press N, and then we'll just scale it down. Looks like I've got the magnet tool still on. Yes, snapping tool. So let's just have a little play. Let's grab you, L, G, put that over there, and then what I think I'll do, Control Tab 4, grab, yeah, so we need to grab all of them. The way I'll do this is I just click on the corner there and just press Control L, let's grab that over, something like this, then grab that, yeah, so B, I should just grab all of them. Alright, is there any way I'm going to fit you in? Well, obviously I can rotate you. Okay, I can obviously grab you guys. Control L and put, excuse me, A, B, Control L and just grab you over there, I guess. A, B, Control L, grab you. Maybe just do something like that. But you still don't quite fit. Actually, I might rotate you 90 degrees. No, I won't. I'll keep you as you are. I know you don't fit as well as I might hope there, but so is there any other way I can do this? I don't think so. The only other way I'm going to be able to do this is if I separate that piece out, and even then I don't think that's going to be a superb job. So let's just scale it all down again, as much as it pains me. Okay, and then we can just, excuse me, A, and then do that, B, Control L, scale her up. Okay, yeah, this might look weird. I'm conscious this might have some weird looking corner elements to it. Hadn't thought that through fully, such is the benefit of hindsight. What I could do is scale the textures down in the other tunnel, and that's probably what I'd have to do. Really quickly, oh, excuse me, really quickly, let's just see what happens if I separate. Where do I separate it out? Here, isn't it? Control Tab 2. Control E, mark seam, L, E. Oh, blast. I don't know how many times I've done that. Let's just do that a few times so it doesn't add extra bits. There we go. Control E, mark seam, L, U, unwrap. We've still got two bits. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It's interesting actually. I don't need to, oh, do you know what? Don't do it. Don't do it. Control E, clear scene. Oh, of course, it's unwrapped it again, hasn't it? You blessed thing. Rotate 90. Oh, it has. It has, you know. So let's just. Okay. This is the piece here. Rotate. Scale down. Let's just make sure you unwrap. Yeah, it's better. So what's going on here? I've separated you out. Why are you doing this to me? There doesn't appear to be any weirdness. Yeah, there is some blooming weirdness. There we go. Help me. There's no L-U unwrap, and then let's just go with that. Really haven't got the just grab that. There we go. Okay, now that's almost perfect. Okay. Right. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. That's a done deal there. So let's just save this. And as usual, what we'll do is we'll bring this into Substance Painter. I think we've got time. I don't think that took as long as I had anticipated, so we will crack on. I'm slightly confused as to why that has separated them out, but I shan't worry myself too much. So let's save this. File save, and then we'll just tab out on here, and then we'll do File, Export, FBX, and this will be Tunnel Corner. And we'll make sure that we have selected objects and experimental. Click Export FBX. Okay. Right, let's go into Substance Painter and get this bad boy textured. Okay, here we are in Substance Painter, and this is actually the straight tunnel. I wanted to remind myself what this looked like, and then I had a kind of obvious idea about something that we can and should do with our texturing, and that is that we should reuse this same feel here. So what we'll actually do, I'm hoping this is going to work for me, is I'm going to grab this, drag that in there. I'm just going to drag the edge dirt that we did into the plastic walls there. I hope it doesn't change anything. It does not, right? Stayed at the top. Fine, I hope. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call this. We'll call this tunnel walls. Space tunnel walls. Space tunnel walls. Right? Make sure you spell it right. Because what I'll now do is I'll right click it and I will say create smart material. And if we go to our, gosh, did that just flash on me? If I go to Smart Materials here now, there should be a space. We'll call it Space Tunnel Wall. There it is. Okay, which is good news. Good news for everyone. And what we'll do is we just bring in File New. Yeah, let's save that. And of course, we'll select it, and we want our tunnel corner. Where are you? There you are. 2048. Lovely. Click on Add. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, we'll end up with the inside of it. That's right. Okay, and we should be able now, if everything's working for me, of course what it's done is it's applied the mirror. Potentially we could remove the mirror and not do this. It's reasonably visible, isn't it? This is what I'm talking about, this weird thing about backface culling, okay, where you can only see one side of it, so it kind of looks freaky, but I don't think it's going to bother us too much. Let's just at least get the opacity up. I'm not sure what the best way to tackle this. I'd appreciate anyone's feedback, but if the world is a kind place, I should be able to grab my, let's actually just show you what I'm doing here. I'm clicking on Smart Materials, going to that space tunnel that we just created and pulling it in. And if I'm lucky, okay, it's pretty clear that it's done some funky stuff with the dirt. I think it's done absolutely nothing with everything else. Ah, sorry, I know why. I'm being a fool. I haven't applied the let's just delete that. Sorry, I haven't done the baking, have I? The dreaded baking. So it's 2048 by 2048. Anti-aliasing is, I'll set it to, I'll do 4x4 and pause it while it's doing it. That's it. So I'll click bake, pause, and come back when it's finished. Okay, that's finished. It's done an AO map, I think. Could I be wrong? It's done an AO map. Maybe it hasn't. It looks a lot cleaner. Right, so now I'm hoping if I drag that in, it will be a bit kinder. There we go. Now I'm hoping that ties in okay with the other tunnel. For now, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's give it a whirl in Unity. It's certainly a lot grubbier than the regular ones, isn't it? But it's not going to be the end of the world because we're going to use these spacers, you see. Actually, I think that has got a bit grubbier. It's done a better job, hasn't it? It's done a better job than the other one. I don't quite know why, or maybe it just maybe it'll just look just the same in Unity. But let's just bring that down a touch. Let's just bring that. Just be sensible about it. Okay, and I think we're going to go with this. We're going to go with this for now. I may add the you know how now to add the elements and the pieces to it. You see these gaps here. I think in one of the next few tutorials we will put some machines in there. Okay, a variety of machines, I think, depending on how we're feeling. Let's save this. Control S. We'll save this as tunnel corner. Excuse me, tunnel corner, like so, and then we'll bring up Unity. We need to export these textures, don't we? File, export textures. Get our config up, the one with the copy. 2048 by 2048. Let's set the path to space station. Not Blender space station. No. Hang on. Let me bring it up. Documents. Unity. Space station. Oh, yes, there you are. Space station, assets, models, tunnels. There we go. And that's the folder. Tunnels. Okay, good. Unit 5. The material is fine. I think it gives it the name something like tunnel corner, so it will have the right material name, or a different one to the straight one anyway. And let's click export. All done. Right. So let's go into Unity and import this in and see how it looks. Okay, so here we are back. Let's make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. Here we are back in our tunnel. So one thing I realised I haven't done is I haven't actually put the export FBX into the Blender, into the Unity folder. So let's do that now. Export FBX. Is it going to be kind to me? So documents, Unity, space station, assets, models, tunnels, tunnel corner.fbx. There we go. Make sure it's got selected objects, and it has. Export FBX. Right, pop back into Unity. Magic happens. It disappeared, but there we go. The magic happens. Tunnels, and we should be able to bring in our. Let's just zoom out on this scene here, and bring in the tunnel corner. Here we go. And look, actually, it's got it in exactly the right place, which is handy. Yeah, maybe I should have reset the location and scale, but it's okay. It looks all right. Now let's get a material for it. So we'll create a new material, and we'll call it. What should we call? What did I call the other one? Tunnel material. So we'll call this corner material. Do you know what? We won't call it. Yeah, for now I should probably call that straight. Do you know, I'm not. I'm going to call it tunnel straight material, and I'm going to call this one tunnel corner material. Okay, just to be absolutely clear, and then we can just start dragging these ones in. So albedo transparency, height goes in the height channel, obviously, metallic smoothness in metallic smoothness, and the normal in the normal. There, and fix now. And then cross your fingers, close your eyes, get your tunnel corner material, pop it into tunnel corner, and you know what? That does not look bad at all, does it? Annoyingly, the camera's facing the wrong way, but what we can maybe do is go in here and just pop out. There we go. So now I really like that, guys. I know this needs some more work. You know, you can work on this now. You know how to do those. I'm not going to explain it to you again. Watch my previous video. Now let's just get the main camera, and what we'll do is we'll say game object align with view. And then we've got this, and look at that. That's a really, I think that's a really cool looking scene there when we start walking around. Now, I'm not going to do that just yet. We're going to do that as a big grand finale. That blue's too blue. I'm going to change that. It's much too blue. I tweak that, but the edges and things, look really good. Now you can see some of the joins. Like I say, don't get too stressed about that because we're going to create a spacer shortly. Spacer is an interesting word, isn't it? A joiner. Let's call it a joiner. Spacer in space. That's going to make that look a lot better. So I will go away and I will actually add some bits similar to what we've done here to these pieces in Substance Painter, just to clean that edge up there. And what we'll do, well, depending on how I'm going to set this up, I'm not quite sure yet. Let's go to top view and 2D. Excuse me. Oh, I thought if I go to 2D it would let me do orthographic. Not to worry. I'll grab another tunnel corner. Just do. Is it Control D in here? It is, and I should be able to drag that like that, and then rotate it. What? 90? No, minus 90. There, and just start positioning it. I probably can work this out based on. No, so that needs to be 0, and then pull that across. That's what was that? Minus 2. Yeah, I'm getting lucky here. I'm guessing that's not going to be right on the Z-axis. What was that? 8, 12, 10. Ah, 10's not quite enough, is it? Again, like I say, this isn't the end of the world because we'll create a little spacer. But that's slightly annoying, isn't it? I wonder what that value is meant to be. 9.97. There we go. So when we start doing this, we can we'll move around these tunnels like this. Okay, we'll reuse these pieces, and what we'll have is we'll have a nice bit in the centre that you know, it's like sort of like a, I don't know what you call it, a bay area or whatever you want to call it, the space station. We can make this as big as we like. We've got all the pieces. We could create a crossroads piece. I'm not going to. I've done things like that before in previous tutorials. I'm going to stop waffling on now. I tend to do this at the end of tutorials, so thank you for if you're still listening into this nonsense. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, I am still staggered by the number of people that just keep subscribing, and I'm, like I say, I'm really happy to hear any feedback and any suggestions and comments you might have. For now, I'm going to stop. This was only meant to be a short video. As usual, I've managed to fit everything in and probably gone overrun your lunch hour or however long it was you're doing it for. I look forward to seeing you next time. All the best. Bye bye.